now pouring in thick and fast on this. Times Now has spoken to BJP MP Mahesh Jethmalani. Remember, he was the one who put out a tweet and questioned China funding to the BBC. He says the opposition is jumping the gun on this.
Sir, this raids, in fact, they call it a survey. Days after you tweeted about the BBC's links with China, IT sleuths are at the BBC's gate today, but opposition is calling it a witch hunt for the BBC documentary on Modi. Your reaction, sir?
I think the opposition is acting very prematurely because they do not know the reason why. They're just putting two and two together and making it a political issue. Fact of the matter is the IT, before it conducts a raid like this, and I'm told it's starting with a survey, is entitled to do it. That's their job. I mean, there are income tax violations. Are we saying that BBC is above the law? Give the IT some time to establish its case and bring it out in the public realm before you start making these allegations. The reaction of the opposition is all too hasty, and it smacks of politics. Then you can't but say that this is a political reaction, because you should wait. You should really wait to see what the IT has, which is the foundation for this raid.
Sir, as this raid, in fact, the survey, something to do with your tweet?
No. My tweet has got to do only with the fact that the BBC, through its overseas entity, right, which I've named already, has been taking money from China profusely in large sums, and it has invested it in Chinese state-owned companies in pension funds of their employees have been invested in pension funds in companies which are state-owned by the Chinese state.
You still stand by it, sir? You still stand by it?
That tweet, and has that tweet or has any complaint been filed with the IT department by any person that you are aware of?
I have no idea, but I don't think the IT raids are linked with my tweets at all.
But how do you see this entire development that has happened today because of this IT raid? A lot of questions are being asked about why this kind of IT raid is being conducted on the BBC.
Bhavtosh, interesting that comment there from Mahesh Jethmalani, still repeating what he tweeted about the Chinese funding bit. What more have you been able to gather from the sources that you're speaking to in Income Tax Department, Bhavtosh?
Well, Pranesh, as of now, only source-based information we have gathered, and that is about international transfer pricing, which Siddharth has explained. And this is basically BBC being an international company is not covered under GST, and that's the reason why it is covered under international transfer pricing, and it has to pay a royalty to the parent company. Whether it has done so is something which is subject matter to investigation. But having said that, it could be possible that other federal probe agency like Enforcement Directorate can come into picture later, because if it has not done so, if it has not given royalty to the parent company, then it's a subject matter of an investigation by other agencies, and that we can see in days to come or months to come, and that's where the problem lies for BBC. And what we have gathered is that it has come up with several digital verticals over a period of time. It used to get its feed from London, and what we have, in fact, we have been breaking is that the prices for the feed was not being mentioned in the income that was being generated by BBC over a period of time.
That's right. Thanks for that input, Priyank. Shweta, thanks for joining us. We'll keep coming back to all of you for more as we go along. Taking a quick break on Times Now. Stay with us.